Namo Hiranyabahave, Namo Neelagrivaya cha, Namo Bhagavate Rudraya, Vishwarupaya te Namaha. Some stories are not written on paper. They are written on the soul itself. In a world filled with doubt, fear, and endless searching, there were a few rare souls who found only one anchor, the feet of Lord Shiva. Tonight, let me take you into the fire of their devotion, where love was so pure, so fearless, that even God Himself stepped down from the heavens to meet them. These are not just stories of miracles. They are stories of longing, surrender, and a love powerful enough to break the boundaries of reason and touch the heart of the divine. Let me begin with the tale of a seeker from Tiruchangamangal, a place in India, a man born into comfort yet never at peace, a youth who found no joy in wealth, no meaning in the noise of the world. He felt an ache inside him, a strange emptiness, a longing for something he could not name. While others pursued desires with pride, he felt strangely tired of it all, as if those pursuits belonged to a world he could not fully enter. So he searched, quietly, restlessly, earnestly. He walked different spiritual paths, even adopting the robes of Buddhist monks, hoping their stillness would soothe his inner storm. But the silence outside could not silence the yearning within. His heart was searching for something personal, intimate, alive. And then, without warning, it happened. Like a flame igniting in darkness, the name of Lord Shiva flowered in his heart. Not through logic, not through ritual, through a sudden awakening of love. He realized that devotion, not philosophy, was the doorway he had been searching for. Still wearing the robes of a monk, he now lived inwardly as a lover of Lord Shiva. Every day he sat before a Shiva lingam, losing himself in the presence of the Lord. One day, in a moment of pure childlike devotion, he picked up a small stone and tossed it towards the Shiva lingam, not with disrespect, but with a love so spontaneous that he himself did not know what he was doing. When he realized what he had done, he did not feel fear. He felt a quiet recognition, as if the Lord had accepted the gesture. And so the next day, he offered another stone, and the next. For him, that simple toss became his flower of love. That stone became his devotion, his puja. One day, preparing to eat, he suddenly remembered that he had forgotten his morning offering. Without hesitation, he got up, left his meal behind, and ran barefoot to the shrine, hunger forgotten, devotion alive like fire. And on that day, the Lord Himself appeared before him, radiant, smiling, overflowing with compassion. Accepting the stone of his heart, Lord Shiva lifted Sakkiya Nayanar to Mount Kailash, showing the world that it is the devotion behind the act, not the act itself, that reaches Him. In another part of the Chola dynasty in India lived Somasi Mara Nayanar, a Brahmin whose devotion was as gentle as it was deep. He performed sacrifices, yajnas, not for merit or praise, but to offer his ego into the flames. His greatest joy was serving the devotees of Lord Shiva. He saw no caste, no hierarchy, only the divine presence in anyone who uttered Lord Shiva's name. And above all, he adored his guru, teacher, Sundaramurti Nayanar, believing with all his heart that the guru was Lord Shiva himself walking the earth. He longed to see the Lord, not as a vision or a deity alone, but as someone he could serve with his own hands. So he prepared a great Soma Yajna and invited his guru to preside over it. But Lord Shiva had his own plan. As the yajna progressed, a startling figure appeared, an outcast wanderer smeared with ash, with a dead calf slung over his shoulder, accompanied by a woman and children. The priests recoiled, the villagers whispered. The sanctity of the yajna, they thought, was ruined. But Somasi Mara Nayanar did not see the disguise. His heart recognized the presence beneath it. He ran to the wanderer, fell at his feet, and welcomed him with tears of devotion. "Come in any form you choose," he whispered. "My eyes only see you." And in that instant, the disguise dissolved. Lord Shiva stood before them, radiant, magnificent, smiling with divine pride in his devotee. He embraced Somasi Mara Nayanar, blessing him with eternal union. The yajna had been fulfilled, not by fire, but by love. And then there is the story of Siruthondar, a story that will shake our hearts. Paranjoti was the commander of the Chola army. He was a warrior feared by enemies and revered by allies. Yet beneath that armor, he was a simple devotee of Lord Shiva. After a victorious campaign, the king realized Paranjyoti's strength was not of arms but of devotion. With reverence, he asked him to retire from war and spend his life in worship and service. Paranjyoti accepted with joy and became Siruthondar Nayanar, the humble servant. He made a vow. He would not eat until he had fed at least one devotee of Lord Shiva. Such was his love, quiet, steady, and absolute. One day, a fierce-looking mendicant arrived at his home. The visitor demanded a rare meal, the flesh of a healthy 5-year-old boy, the only son of his parents, prepared by the parents themselves. Most would have recoiled, most would have begged for the impossible to be changed. But Siruthondar did not tremble. He offered his own beloved son. His wife, equally devoted, held the child with tears, but without fear. Together, with shaking hands but unwavering faith, they fulfilled the mendicant's demand, believing fully that whatever the Lord ordains is sacred. They prepared the meal, hearts breaking yet surrendered, and then came the final test. "The boy must join us for the meal," the mendicant said. Siruthondar bowed his head. "He's no more," he whispered. But the mendicant simply replied, "Call him, he will come." Trusting with a depth that the world cannot explain, Siruthondar stepped outside and called softly to his child. And the boy came running, alive, laughing, untouched by harm. In that moment, the mendicant's form dissolved, revealing Lord Shiva standing before them, radiant beyond measure. He blessed Siruthondar and his family, declaring their devotion unmatched, and took them all to his eternal abode. 3 souls, 3 offerings, 3 paths, 1 truth. In the end, it wasn't their rituals, their robes, or their status that reached the Lord. It was their love, simple, raw, and absolute. And these stories remind us of a truth as ancient as creation itself. Where devotion stands fearless, where surrender becomes natural, where love is the only offering, there always stands Lord Shiva. Hold him with your whole heart, and he will come to you with his whole universe. For the divine is never far. He is only a heartbeat away. May Jagat Pita Mahadev bless us all. Keep seeking, keep chanting, keep surrendering. Om Namah Shivaya.